I'm the Reverend Jim Ball with the Evangelical Environmental Network, and we're here in Washington, D.C. at the Global Day of Prayer. And with me here is Brittany Bennett, and she's formerly of Eastern, right? Graduate of Eastern. And now you're here working in Washington, right? Tell us a little bit of what you're doing.
Well, after I graduated from Eastern, I started working at the Catholic University. They have a lab there, and I've been applying my science education, learning more about different kinds of environmental protection, including nuclear. And so I'm working in a lab, getting exposed to all of that. And I've also started some graduate studies in environmental engineering, and I'm looking more at the problem-solving side.
Wonderful. And you also are involved in this recently formed initiative, Young Evangelicals for Climate Action. Why don't you tell folks a little bit about that?
Well, the Young Evangelicals for Climate Action is sort of a group of us, and we've been listening to the conversation of the political campaigns, and we've noticed a lot of talk about energy and how this is not really addressing certain needs that we feel should be addressed. And so we really want to push the candidates to take a stance and to say that they're going to do things that are addressing the larger national needs. And also, as evangelicals, we want to make sure that the least of these are cared for and they're made provision for in what they say in their campaign. So we're looking to push them in that direction.
So is that the least of these? Is that what really helps kind of drive your motivation, your concern about climate change?
For me, it's what really brought me into conversation, because it seems like such a big problem. But when I looked at it and noticed who was actually being affected by it, it was the people who were overlooked. It's the poor. It's just people who have been overlooked. And I know that myself, being a Christian or just anything like that, I've experienced what it's like to be redeemed by the love of Christ. And so I want to share that with other people, and I want to make that connection with them. And so I understand that through addressing this issue, that I can be in closer contact with these kind of people and share that what we have in Christ together.
And this morning, the Global Day of Prayer, was there something that touched your heart a bit during this morning?
There were so many things that were talked about that just made me go, wow. Particularly the fact that, I forget who mentioned it, but they talked about how we're being called back to something that's normal. And in my generation, we were shocked in youth by the events of 9/11. We were shocked by a lot of things. And so I think that that just made me go, wow, that we're just going for something that's normal, but that's so revolutionary to us. And I think that I think it's really important that we maintain this balance and we head in that direction.
Yeah, so that creation care is just a normal part of being a Christian, right?
Right.
And tackling this issue of climate change and loving the poor, that's just part of being a Christian. Was that the message you were hearing today?
Absolutely, I think it was.
Yeah. Well, Brittany, thanks so much for being with us, and we look forward to working together on Young Evangelicals for Climate Action.
Thank you. I'm excited about it.
Great. This is Jim Ball with EEN.